T-Man 978, Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing Transformers Cybertron Leader Class Optimus Prime. Let's get the comparisons out of the way from the jump. Old school Leader Class, new school Leader Class. $40 when it came out 10 years ago, $45 now. So yeah, Hasbro is getting over on us. This thing is just light and doesn't have anything this thing got going for it. I thought they raised the price so they could keep giving us the same quality, but they didn't. Here he is next to... What class is this? Crap. Ultra Class Red Alert. New Leader Class is really Ultra Class, but instead of making us pay $5 more for them like they did with Voyager Class, they went the whole way and started charging us freaking $20 more. But there they are. And here he is with a current day Voyager Class. And as far as the cab component, they do scale well, but underneath of here, this Optimus is still way bigger than this Voyager Class Optimus right here. But anywho, this is a nice figure. I've always loved it. It's big, it's heavy, has a ton of detail and a ton of play value. Now Hasbro was cheap, I'm not gonna lie. They skipped out on a lot of paint detail they could have given it. Like they could have put some paint detail right here or down here. And I'm not sure if they skipped that in Japan, but here in the US, yes. They skipped a ton of details and whatnot. Like the wheel under here, I painted that myself. And just while I'm mentioning that wheel, when you roll this guy, these four back wheels, even though they're capable of turning, do not touch the ground, which is a little bit unfortunate. Here's a transparent windshield, as you can see right here. Some transparent headlights, transparent windows, transparent lights up here, visible head right there. And these things up here, he's supposed to be a futuristic fire truck. So I guess they would shoot water or something, or maybe a ladder can come out from under here. But they're guns, basically guns. They painted the missiles blue, so I guess you can pretend they're shooting water. But when you take a planet key like this, and this is a basic Autobot planet key, I don't know where I put his. So you could just look it up if you want to see that desperately. Put this in there. And yes, these missiles come out. And if they're in all the way, they do fire. Kind of weakly, to be honest. This gun right here also fires. Still kind of weakly. All these missiles are identical, so they can be interchanged. And of course, this gun does come off to become his hand rifle. Over here, and even though these batteries are like 10 years old or more, I'm shocked. You put this in, and that opens up. But before I put that in, there's a little button right here. Push that and it makes that sound. Put the planet key right here. And now it does this. You push it, it makes that sound. But if you hold it, it makes that noise. Now, like I said, I don't know how, but these batteries are old. One thing that would have been cool, like it has these blue things down here, if they would have lit up all in unison or whatever, or the lights blink, 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 you know what I'm trying to say. Before it gets to here, that would have been cool. But you get what you can get. Besides the back wheels not turning, if I have any other complaints, these things don't really tab into place any type of way. And depending on how you pick it up, this back part might come loose. But as far as other play features, this thing has several options. You can pull this out to the side, Lift this like this, bring these forward. Do the same thing over here, out to the side. Try to keep that connected. Bring this forward. And now you have a gigantic flying fire truck, because that makes sense. It's kind of hard to get this all in the shot, but basically that's what you have. You can go the extra mile of like turning these out or something like that, or turning them that way, which is cool. So, bang, 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 pow, pow, pow. A couple of other options. You could attach this part, let him just be a truck without those wing bits. Maybe leave it like that, or detach these two things. Yes, two. Put them back in here. They have these little pegs right there that port into these things right here. Get in there. Kind of difficult to do on while I'm trying to do it on camera. And let's zoom out a bit. I'll bring the camera back. It can be like a little battle station if you want. I'm trying to think of, I believe it was something like this, where these sat forward, and it could be just a separate little battle station. I think it's cool that they had blue and red right here, even though this light bar right here is just all blue. And if you want, here he is without all that. Here's a good look at that. Any silver paint down here and any paint you see right here, any paint you see on his legs besides these right here on his knees, or what will become the knees, I put that paint on myself. So don't get happy thinking if you buy this, you'll see silver paint and whatnot on there. I went a little crazy with the silver Sharpie. But anyway, let's just go straight into transformation. You don't have to separate the legs to do this. You pull these down and wrap them to the back like this. Move these to the front right here. Well, it might be easier once you pull this crotch plate down. Move this to the front. Take the arms, separate all this. Swing this out and into there. Swing this out and into there. Come on, stay together. Bring these down. Lift the shoulder pads up. Bring this down. Lift the shoulder pads up. And he has a little tab right here. You push that up and boom. Here's his face. Separate the legs. And you have Optimus in his robot mode. He's big and bulky, beefy. I never really like when they make an Optimus has a big, wide gut. And you already know, if you watch any of my other videos where a robot has this, crotch flap. Big, massive crotch flap. Now, right here in his, like, basically Voyager Ultra Class mode, it doesn't look too bad. So that never really bothered me. He doesn't have a waist, which is unfortunate, but in this form right here, he's good, he's okay. Let's take this gun from here. His fingers open up. And he does have a peg on both sides, just like alternators and Masterpiece. You can peg it into either hand. And now he's armed up. Here's what he looks like from the back. And looking at this thing, I realized that he has a lot in common with animated Optimus Prime, or animated Optimus Prime has a lot in common with him. Like, he even has the flip up mouth plate gimmick. And that looks nice. When I seen that on the animated Optimus, I thought that was innovative, but I completely forgot that he has it. And they took the image of several different Optimus Primes and shoved it into this one body, which may be cool to some people or maybe just awful looking to some people. Articulation, the head just does rotate 360. Arms go around like that. They go out that far, but before stopping, I was going to say bumping, but it's actually just stopping right there. Swivel at the elbow. Elbows bend a little tiny bit more than 90 degrees. Tiny. Fingers open. Legs go out that far before they're hindered. They would go all the way out because they're on a universal joint. Legs kick forward that much before it hits the crotch skirt. Of course, you can do that, lifting the crotch skirt, looking dumb. Thigh swivel, knee joint, and the toe can go down due to the transformation, but that's pretty much it. Before we go to his super mode, and I hope that you can't hear that motorcycle in the backyard. These people will not stop. They waited till I started filming, or one in the film. You can open that, and he has a removable matrix. And all the silver in there, I painted that myself, but here is the detail on this matrix. Besides the jewel inside, it's completely unpainted. Gray plastic. But it is cool. Well, you can put it in his thumb right there, so he can hold it like that. But this was really, really cool. He can't really put his hands in a position that looks like he's opening, as you can see. But I think this is really cool that they not only gave him a matrix, but they gave him a matrix cover and these sliding doors, which is very much awesome. As far as comparisons, here he is next to Voyager class Combiner Wars Optimus right there. And that's why I call him pretty much an Ultra class. This is his Ultra class form because he is way bigger than this Optimus right here. And trust me, he's heavier and the plastic is way more thick than this right here. Here he is next to Leader class Megatron. And as you can see, the height difference is not that much. And he weighs more than this. So there's that. And since I had him in here earlier, here is Ultra Class Red Alert. He does become shorter, and he is shorter, or let's see, it's about the same height as this Optimus, but mass-wise, and especially this big-ass rocket right there, he is way heavier than this Optimus right here, and he's even heavier than that Megatron. To get prepared for Super Mode, as far as Optimus is concerned, you know what, let's take the gun out for now. The main thing you got to do with his actual body is take this, bend this, and then bend it again right here. And just make it like some platforms. Push this foot down, push that foot down. Take his face, flare out these. Make sure you bring up his mouth plate, and boom, he's ready right there. The trailer / backpack. Detach these. Now they don't want to detach. I couldn't get them in there earlier, but take these, separate them. Go ahead, bring this forward, and bring this down. Bring this forward, bring it down. Take Optimus. Grab this side for this leg. The peg should be on that side to fit into this port right here. Smash that in. Do the same thing over here. And there is a little tiny peg there, but yeah, I guess that does help it stay secure. Well, now he's a little bit taller. Take what's left of the jetpack, or the trailer, open that up, rotate this around like this. Open these right here, which double as missiles and shoulder straps. Take Optimus, slide these under his arms right there, and collapse these shoulder straps. His chest can still open, but well, basically, you have Optimus in his super mode right there, which is really cool. And I used to have a lot of fun with this, attempting to pose it, because his posability is a problem for me. I'm not going to lie. With him being all big and blocky and bulky, that's kind of frustrating. But typically, he would do things like this. And on the show, he had actual handles. But here you got to pretend. He mainly had these forward. And he held them so he could fire at the Decepticons. Now this one is staying better. Let's put this gun right here. Unfortunately, the arm can't really reach that to hold that as a handle, but you can imagine what used to happen on the show, which was really, really cool. Same features, of course. Put the planet key in here. Now he has that. The little buttons on the outside a little bit easier to access, which is always cool. The missiles can come out over here the same way. Come on. And it's showing off and not working. There we go. So now he has 3 missiles over there, which is cool. An option down here. If you can see it, you can push these forward and you can fire at Decepticons. Or if you don't want them to be shooting at anything, you can rotate these back and lift them up, which doesn't really ever look good to me because they sit at an angle. And you can see my lap. Come on. I guess you could twist it out like this if you'd like to do that, which is cool. So yeah, let me get some size comparisons out here. Here he is next to a Combiner Wars Combiner, Defensor in this case. Voyager class Combiner Wars Optimus again. And here he is dwarfing Leader class Megatron yet again. As far as mass, everything. It's like Hasbro should be ashamed of themselves for charging $45 for these. That's why they're just sitting on the shelf. Playing around with the wings, you can collapse these on his back and pull these out. Or for the people that are slow or lazy to transform, I believe I'm going to have to detach it. Hold on. I can't remember what the exact deal was. I think officially on the box they had him like this, but of course on the show he wasn't like this. But if you swing the wings up this way, he can have shoulder mounted cannons, of course, as you can see right here, which wasn't so accurate and I never liked them. Now you see all this unpainted detail right there, which is unfortunate. Hasbro could have painted that because there is like pipe work detail and whatnot in there, which is really cool. It's not just straight up hollow. It's actually some detail painted in, molded in. But there's an option. I don't like it. So yeah, still, even after years later, this is still a fun toy to me. I'm not like overly disappointed or frustrated playing with him like I am when I play with some other older figures. Sometimes I pull out old toys and I have a problem with this or that because they can't move this way or that way. But I really enjoy this for what it is, even still over 10 years later. And if you wanted to search out for this guy, is either a Cybertron version or a Galaxy Force version, I think you'd be happy and you would enjoy this. So yeah, it's still a good toy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click the like button now. Subscribe, share, comment. T-Man978 out of here. Thanks for watching.